Hello, I'm Amanda Gore and welcome to the Joy Project blog. Now, you know that the mission of the Joy Project, our credo, is to create a global joy community and to eradicate fear. And so I thought it might be worthwhile to do a series of vlogs, that's what I'm doing now, vlogs on fear. But to break it down, because I know I've done one before, but these I want to do in a little more detail. So, in my mind, I think there's 5 main fears, but this is the first big one. What do you think it is? It's humiliation. Yep. Humiliation is an amazingly powerful fear. And you know, I still find it extraordinary because I was blessed to grow up in a house where eccentric was normal. We did things that I know in retrospect other people must have just thought, oh my gosh, those people are psychos. But luckily, I don't think my mother or my family had a humiliation bone in their body. And so, nor do we. And it's been a wonderful way to go through life, really. However, as I've gotten older and I've done more presenting and speaking, I realise humiliation is an enormous part of people's lives. It's at the core of embarrassment. It rules a teenager's life. Now, see, think about it. What do we do when teenagers are going, oh, look at this set, everybody's going to be looking at this set, or I've got to have a dress that's $1 million because everybody else's dress has been $1 million and I have to look the same because if I don't look the same, I'm going to be humiliated. And we say to them, it doesn't matter. And yet, we believe it with them, and yet, as adults, we spend a lot of our lives terrified by the fear of humiliation, of doing anything that stands out from the rest, or doing anything where we might look a bit silly. And of course, my presentations are like perfect spots to practice your anti-humiliation skills and develop a harder skin. Because, you know, when you do something a bit silly, what's it matter? It doesn't really matter because I promise you, no one else is thinking about you. I hate to burst your bubble, but no one else is thinking about you because they are so obsessed with what you are thinking about them, they don't have time to think about you. This is the truth. Show this little clip to your teenagers. No one else is thinking about you because they are too busy thinking about themselves, and they are too busy thinking about what you think about them to have any spare time to think about you. And so knowing that, you might as well just break free and be yourself. Be free to be yourself. And understand the source of fear. Because this is where it comes from. It's the amygdala. And the amygdala is part of the limbic system in the brain. It's hard to spell, so we're going to call it Ammy, all right? And this is an image of your brain. I know, it looks like a kidney, but I'm not very good at drawing, all right? So this is your prefrontal cortex. And the prefrontal cortex is where we do anything new. Now, the truth is the prefrontal cortex loves this. The brain loves learning. It loves learning anything new. It loves doing new stuff. And the more you do it, the more you repeat it, the more it becomes automatic and it gets stored back here. So you've got to keep learning new things to keep the brain young. But this is where the fear comes from. Right here, little dot next to the prefrontal cortex, is the amygdala, which I call the Ammy, A-M-M-Y, okay? So, Ammy's job is your survival. It's interested in your survival, not your success. So when you were younger, when you were Neanderthal, a lot younger, when you were Neanderthal, when we were all Neanderthal, the amygdala was the thing that when a saber-toothed tiger jumped out in front of us, it would say, oh, run now, run fast, and it would save our lives. Well, the sad part is that today we don't have saber-toothed tigers. All our fearful situations are perceptions. They're perceptions of, it's like, oh, if I do that, I'm going to look silly. They'll look at me and they'll think I look silly. And oh, I can't do that. The boss will think I'm an idiot. Or, oh, I made a mistake. Or, oh no, it's something new. What if I fail? What if I... So there are all these fears that we come up, that we have in our heads. They're not real fears. Like, if you're walking down a dark alleyway and it's in a dangerous suburb and you hear a knife being pulled from a sheath, that is the perfect time Ammy kicks in and goes, run. And you should run. You should be fearful. You should run. But, you know, to do something that you think is a bit silly because you've never done it before in your life, or you have to smile at somebody or turn to them, why on earth would that be fearful? But of course, because we perceive it as that, Ammy kicks in and goes, oh, no, don't do it, you look stupid, no, you look an idiot, they'll all think you're a moron. So, I want you to start to become aware that Ammy kicks in and is in fact retarding your behaviour, retarding your progress. The fear is holding you back, it's blocking you, it's limiting you. So, I've got a great phrase for you. When you next become aware that there's a fear, and it isn't a necessary fear, it's not one that you're in an unsafe place and you need to be running like Ammy says or doing what Ammy says, if this is just a little fear in your brain, then this is a great phrase. This is how I want you to say it too. Ready? Thank you, Ammy, but not now. Got it? Thank you, Ammy, but not now. So we're not being rude to Ammy because Ammy really is interested in our survival and wants to help us, but it's a trigger for us to think, I'm not going to let the fear of humiliation step in here. Isn't that good? Anyway, till next time, excellent, keep up the great work and practice losing humiliation because you really don't need it.